Hi, Zane Johnston.
Do we have to identify ourselves?
No, just that you're over 12.
A little bit.
Before we get started, I need to warn you that there are some disturbing photos on one of my slides, but I'll let you know ahead of time so that if you need to, you can divert your eyes. All right. When seconds count, the police are only minutes away. This is a story of a woman who's home alone with her child. She hears the breaking of glass in her kitchen. She leaps out of bed, runs to her nursery. She could tell that the man was in her house. She picks up her baby, her hands are trembling, she's scared. She cowers in the corner hoping that she'll be safe. The creaking in the hallway lets her know that he's just outside her bedroom door. What's to stop him from coming in that room? Nothing. Every person that is legally able to carry a firearm should, without restriction on location. That can include shopping centers, movie cinemas, college campuses, really anywhere. So reasons to listen, there are two different types of people, those that will agree with gun control and those that will disagree with gun control. Those that agree with gun control, I believe that you will find some logical evidence as to why you should believe that people should be able to carry firearms and without restriction on location. Those that you believe that you should be able to carry without restriction, I believe you'll find new information that will confirm your beliefs. Okay, so why am I qualified to talk to you today about this? Sorry. One more. Okay, so I've been in the military for 15 years, 6 of which have been with the military police department. And I have been a level 1 reserve officer with a local police department. I am a small arms master gunner, which means that I instruct military members on different firearms and how to operate them, fire them, break them down, put them back together, all kinds of safety precautions. And as you can see, I am a gun enthusiast. I love to shoot. All right, so I have several different places that I have received information. One of them is Vernon. He wrote Practical Homicide Investigation, and it went into details on homicides specifically. John R. Lott wrote More Guns, Less Crime, Understanding Crime and Gun Control, and he calculated a bunch of statistics across the country. National Rifle Association has a bunch of programs designed specifically for gun safety for kids, adults, women, children, everyone. And then www.gunsavellives.net is a great location in order to find more information if you want to. All right, so let's start out. Some of the arguments for and against gun control. So we're going to go with against gun control. The first and most prevalent argument, I believe, is that children who grow up in homes with firearms are more susceptible to accidents. That's not true, and let me tell you why. The NRA has put out statistics on children who grow up and their parents actually teach them gun safety. And they learn about gun safety and what the guns can do to them. And kids around my neighborhood who I've questioned that have grown up around guns have specifically told me that playing with guns is stupid. So I believe that these children grow up to be responsible adults and they teach their children how to be responsible with guns. So logical conclusion is that's not going to happen. Kids are not going to be more susceptible to accidents. All right, so when people are, the next one is when people are posed with a situation where they're involved with criminals, that if they comply with the criminals, that they'll be safe. The criminal will let them go safe. Maybe, maybe not. Here's some stories. Some stories on the individuals who complied with their criminals completely. In their home, they have complied completely with the criminal. This one here was out on the street, was mugged, was in a coma for a week, later died. 71-year-old woman complied with her criminal, was later found a day later unconscious in her home. This woman was in a coma and died later. This woman here was mugged on the street, 91 years old. Complied with the robber and still was beaten. So you may be able to get away safely, you may not. Criminals are looking for easy victims. If you're able to defend yourself, you're not an easy victim. Okay, so the next argument we're going to discuss is that the police carry firearms. They're there to protect us, right? So we shouldn't have to carry firearms as citizens. As a police officer, former police officer, I can tell you right now that I carried a firearm for my own protection, not to protect you. The police are there to clean up the aftermath of what happens when a criminal breaks into your home or robs you on the street. They're there to investigate the crime and then maybe go find them later if they can. So that's not a logical argument. The best defense against a crime is to not be a victim. Okay, so next argument, gun-free zones, right? Gun-free zones are designed to keep guns out, to make you safe. You have a good working, safe, working environment, education environment, or entertainment environment, right? Well, think about this. Virginia Tech was a gun-free zone. What happened? The cinema was a gun-free zone. Criminals don't pay attention to the law. Why are they going to pay attention to a sign? They're not. They're still going to do it. Gun-free zones are the worst place, the most dangerous place for citizens to be. So, in order for you to protect yourself, you need to be armed. Okay, so we've gone over several different arguments as to why gun control is better for us, and I've presented you with logical conclusions as to why it is not. So, from now on, either you believe that you're going to be safe because the cops are going to save you, or the criminals are going to let you go unharmed, or it's not. Some of the statistics we can go through about guns that John R. Lott covered was that guns have prevented crimes. Guns have been in states where concealed carry or open carry have been permitted, gun crime has gone down dramatically. So the fallacy that gun control laws will prevent crimes is not true. The fact of the matter is, armed citizens prevent crimes. Does anybody have any questions? Right. So, my pathos is unless you choose to be a victim or believe that criminals will let you go, or you believe gun-free zones are going to keep you safe, then you need to be able to protect yourself. Every person that is legally capable of carrying should carry without restriction on location. Children who are educated in gun safety present that to their children and so on. Victims can either submit to their attackers or they can protect themselves. Gun-free zones do not protect you. So be armed, be prepared, and protect yourself. I implore you to write your congressmen, write your senators, and make sure that laws are not in place by the comfort of a politician's office that will prevent you from being safe. When seconds count, the police are only minutes away.
Nobody laughed.